Suzanne Morphew, an unsolved mystery. On May 10, 2020, Mother's Day, Suzanne Morphew vanished. 5 years later, despite the discovery of her remains, the case remains unsolved. Her husband, Barry Morphew, was initially charged, but those charges were ultimately dropped. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Suzanne allegedly embarked on a bike ride and was never seen again. Her bicycle and helmet were found separately, seemingly without significant damage. Barry Morphew made public pleas for her safe return. Extensive searches were conducted by law enforcement and Suzanne's brother. The community rallied, hoping for a miracle, but the days turned into weeks, then months, with no sign of Suzanne. Suzanne Morphew was born on April 30, 1971, in Alexandria, Indiana. She was married to Barry Morphew for 25 years. In 2018, they moved to Salida, Colorado. Suzanne was the mother of 2 daughters, Mallory and Macy. She was described as 5'4", 120 pounds, with blue eyes and brown hair. A 2-time cancer survivor, she was also an avid mountain biker. In May 2021, Barry was arrested and charged with murder. The charges included murder after deliberation, tampering with evidence, and attempting to influence a public servant. Prosecutors alleged Barry hunted and controlled Suzanne. Barry pleaded not guilty to all charges and was released on bond. The arrest sent shockwaves through the small Colorado community, dividing opinions and fueling speculation. The prosecution presented evidence of marital difficulties. Suzanne wanted a divorce and had allegedly been involved in an affair. On May 6, 2020, Suzanne texted Barry stating she was done. Barry allegedly stalked Suzanne, suspecting her infidelity. His behavior on the day of her disappearance raised further suspicion. He admitted to running around their property with a gun. Investigators also noted that Barry put his phone in airplane mode. A dart gun, tranquilizer darts, and related items were found in the Morphew home. Investigators alleged Barry made multiple trash runs during a work trip, disposing of tranquilizer material. Barry's attorneys disputed the prosecution's timeline and evidence. They argued data showed he was driving too fast to be chasing Suzanne. They claimed the dart gun was not working and he didn't have the specific tranquilizer. In April 2022, the charges against Barry were dropped without prejudice. This meant the prosecution could refile charges if new evidence emerged. Barry later filed a $15 million suit against the agencies that arrested him, but his case was dismissed in September 2024. In September 2023, Suzanne's remains were found nearly 50 miles from her home. The discovery brought a sense of closure to some, but deepened the mystery for others. The autopsy ruled her death a homicide. The cause of death was listed as undetermined means in the setting of butorphanol, azaparone, and medetomidine intoxication, animal tranquilizers. A bullet and Suzanne's biking clothes were found with her remains. Barry was separately charged with voter fraud for submitting Suzanne's ballot. He pleaded guilty to forgery in July 2022. He stated he did it just because I wanted Trump to win. Barry and his daughters expressed immense shock and grief after the discovery of Suzanne's remains. Suzanne's sister stated Suzanne had raised concerns about her safety. The case remains an ongoing cold case. No further arrests have been made since Suzanne's remains were found. The investigation continues, with law enforcement pursuing any new leads that may surface. The search for justice for Suzanne Morphew is far from over.